And your attention, please. The field for the R1 million Daily News 2000 for 3-year-olds out on parade. Take note the colour change. Number 2, the favourite, Russian Sage, ridden by Richard Fourie. Runner-up in the KwaZulu-Natal Guineas. Winner of the Cape Derby. Number 3, Lion's Blood in new colours this afternoon. Brandon Larena rides from a good stall gate as number 4, Classico Aces, a great run in the South African Derby. Pierre Straden once again as the rider. Number 5, Tankan, has found support. Last run was too short. Respect on Cape Derby effort. MJ Bielefeld rides. Number 6, Causation, Anton Marcus and Charles Laird. Number 8, Gallant Gagnant, Anthony Delpech, ultra consistent, the son of Kahal. Number 10, Just Like L, has recorded a genuine hat-trick. The son of El Mufti is ridden by Carl Nisius as number 6 goes by, Causation. Number 11 on parade, sporting the yellow cap. Take note, sporting the yellow cap is Profit Report, ridden by Robbie Hill. 12 is Lubricator, Y Shong Ma Wing. The son of Jalad, number 11 is about to turn, Profit Report. Here comes the favourite, number 2, Russian Sage, with that elastic-like stride as he goes by. Following that down is number 11, Profit Report. Lion's Blood, number 3. Returning after a 63-day absence, really relaxed, number 4, Classico Aces, very alert as he strides by. Next one to come down is number 5, Tankan, MJ Bielefeld, striding out really freely. The turn of number 8, Gallant Gagnant and Anthony Delpech, ears pricked. Keen to get on with business. Number 10, Just Like L and Carl Nisius. Winner of 3 out of 8. Next to turn is going to be the grey, number 12, Lubricator. Should appreciate this extra trip of the Daily News. Rider bang in form, Wai Shang Ma Wing. Next to turn is going to be number 13, Extrapolator. But turning before Extrapolator is number 15, Danish Silver. Extrapolator has found market support from 33 to 1. There was some 66 to 1. Is into single figures. Number 13, Extrapolator, Bernard Fader. Another one who's found support, Kingdom Come and Markan. Here's number 16, The Big Ask, now ridden by Johnny Gerudas. Coming by is number 17, the reserve runner, Sorobel El Greco, Raymond Danielson. We still await Tandalwami to turn. Number 7, Kilcoy Castle, will be given a peach of a ride. Andrew Fortune is in the irons. Tandalwami going this trip for the first time, but he is capable of a real dashing finish. And please note, the lead horse is North by Northwest, which is at the 200-metre marker. Catherine Vienneker is the rider. This horse won the Daily News back in 1997, did North by Northwest. There's approximately 6 minutes to race time. The favourite, number 2, Russian Sage, 16 to 10. 3, Lion's Blood, 9 to 2. Number 5, Tankan, 6 to 1. 4, Classico Aces, 7 to 1. Number 5, Tankan, 6 to 1.
Welcome back for the big one of the day, the Daily News 2000. It's a grade 1 race for R1 million. Scratch number 1, King's Gambit. And let's see any weight changes. Let's grab the right sheet, that might help us. No, nothing that sticks out here. So we're all set to go. And let me make sure we've got all the jockey changes right. And yep, Ali Bar shoes in front and Ali Bars behind on Extrapolator. Johnny Gerudas rides number 16, The Big Ask, and Raymond Danielson rides Sorba El Greco, the number 17, the reserve runner who's coming with a scratching of number 1. Well, it's a cracking good race, and top of the betting boards is number 2, Russian Sage, who has changed ownership. This Jalad is a superb racehorse, and he's shown his form lately. He won a great race in the Derby. He's had a prep run the other day. When he come back from that break, he was just beaten by Mbongi, who franked that form against older horses. This is a very good racehorse. He's beautifully drawn. He has to be concerned. Number 3, Lions Blood, has changed hands. The Dominion Royale is now with the Herman Brown stable, bought by a Dr. Hay for Mrs. Hay, and Brandon Arena rides it. He's always been top draw, this horse. He does come back from a break, and I know the stable are pleased with his work. They've given him a grass gallop or so, and they're very pleased with him. Classic Oasis is Mr. Pettigrew's horse, and I think it could have been flattered by the way it was ridden last time in that wet ground, and he's a decent horse. Whether he's up to this league we don't know, but Striker Stratum sticks with him. Probably a little more to do, and people will be more aware of his tactics today. Tankan's a very good horse too. He ran a cracking race against Russian Sage in Cape Town in the big race. He's come here, he's had the prep run, he ran a decent prep. MJ Bielefeld rides him. Good horse as well. Kilcoy Castle, the combination of Sean Terry and Chris Van Niekerk team up again. He had their run in Maritzburg the other day. He absolutely doddled up. He's always been a very good horse. He's got talent. Will he stay the trip? That's the question. But he gets the ride. The rider, Andrew Fortune. Gallant Gagnet's improved a lot in blinkers from the yard of Michael de Kock and Anthony Delpesh. Craig Udy's got Tandil Wami, who loves this track. Will he go this far? Stewie Randolph rides him from a deepish draw, but he went gliding down to start. Just Like Al's one of a coupling from the Brett Crawford stable. This is an Al Mufti, and both Brett's horses have got hat-tricks going into this race. Colnesius rides this. Profit Report is a Jeff Woodruff night. There's got to be a stamina question. Robbie Hill does ride it. Lubricator, a very good horse in his day. Is he going to bounce back? He looked to be one of the most exciting young horses around. Can he stamp his name on this race? Washong Mowing is elected to ride him. Strapulate, the stablemates found support. Put him in trifectas and quartets. Jeffrey Lloyd's other horses, Kingdom Come, and as Jeff said, his horses are starting to turn the corner, and he could be coming round to his best. He's a decent horse too, this Argentinian horse. Mark Kahn rides him. Danish Silver is the other Brett Crawford runner. He's a horse who comes in again with a low merit rating, but he's won his last 3 and he's won well. Who knows how good he is? You don't want to die guessing. Get him in there and see how good he is. The rest certainly have a little bit to do. I'm going to go with number 2, Russian Sage, to beat number 5, Tan Can, and third, number 3, Lion's Blood.
And the roll is now being called. The field for the Daily News 2000. Grade 1, 2,000 metres. For R1,000,000, they're starting to load. The big ass going forward. Classic Oasis. Russian Sage in the all blue. Gallant Gagnant. Profit Report, sporting the yellow cap. Tandil Wami going forward. Just Like L. Just Like L's in. Kingdom Come. Causation. Causation walking up. Tan Can. Lubricator. Sorbel Greco. Now the turn of Kilcoy Castle. Lion's Blood. Kilcoy Castle's in. Lion's Blood. Daily News 2000 field about to come to attention. R1,000,000 for 3-year-olds. Starter's going to give them the all clear, and there they go from the 2,000 metre marker, and Russian Sage hopped out smartly. The big Oscar's right there. Classic Oasis has been ridden along to go and take it up. On the outside, Just Like L and Causation. Extrapolators on the outside of runners with Gallant Gagnant. They're being followed then by Tan Can. Kingdom Come, Tandil Wami. Lion's Blood gives him about 10 lengths start at this stage. Then Sorbel El Greco and Danish Silver and Profit Report, the last 2 with Kilcoy Castle. Classica Aces has been ridden along and tries to open up by 5 or 6 lengths. The Big Ask Racing second, then Extrapolator, Russian Sage. On the outside, Corsation, then Gallant Gagnant, the Grey Lubricator. Lion's Blood's about 15 lengths off them, then Kingdom Come, Tan Can. They're really starting to stretch out. At this stage, just like L's been ridden along, and then comes Tandawami, and Profit reports about 25 lengths off the leader. Classico Aces has escaped now, and Classico Aces 15 lengths to the good. In second is the Big Ask, then Extrapolator, Russian Sage. Behind that, Corsation, Gallant Gagnant, then Tan Can, Lubricator, Kingdom Come. Lion's Blood's many lengths behind the leader, then Just Like El Tandawami, then Kilcoy Castle, Sordwell Greco, as they come into the home stretch in the Daily News, and it's Classico Aces by 15 lengths. In second, the Big Ask, then Extrapolator, Russian Sage. On the outside, Corsation, Gallant Gagnant, as they come into the home stretch. Classico Aces are still there, many lengths in front. On the outside, Extrapolator, Russian Sage. Down the inside, Gallant Gagnant, then Lubricator. 300 to go, Classico Aces starting to stagger. Russian Sage is now throwing out a challenge. Gallant Gagnant, Lubricator, Classico Aces, Gallant Gagnant. Here's Russian Sage, and Russian Sage coming home beautifully. Down the inside, Gallant Gagnant. They hit the wire, and Russian Sage, I think, got up. It's mighty close. Gallant Gagnant on the inside. They went over as one horse. I think Russian Sage got up in the shadow of the post. Well, an absolute terrific finish. Gallant Gagnant on the inside. Russian Sage is going to creep into your picture now. Classico Aces went helter-skelter, folds up. Let's see, it gets mighty close. Russian Sage, Gallant Gagnant, here comes the line. The shortest of short hairs. Russian Sage won it. Number 2. Second place goes to number 8, Gallant Gagnant. Let's run it across for that third and fourth placing. Race time, 121 seconds, just outside the race record. Third place, very close between number 5, Tan Can, and Lubricator. We'll wait for the judges on that. Let's run it further across. Classica Aces, no extra. Kingdom Come, and then Tandawami. No kind of run from Lion's Blood. We'll take a look at that head-on shortly. So the head-on will show Russian Sage in the all-blue. Classico Aces has had enough. A great run from Gallant Gagnant. Lubricator tries to stay on. Tan Can is on the outside involved. Lion's Blood, no extra. But Russian Sage, number 2, is going to scrape home from Gallant Gagnant. That's the running of the Daily News. Back to the studio. And about to return to the winner's enclosure for the Daily News. Courageous as ever, number 2, Russian Sage, Richard Fourie, Justin Snaith. First time in the ownership of the new owners is Russian Sage. Owned by LM Nestat, G. Barber, and Team Valor, nominee Barry Irwin. Please take note of the result. 2-8, then a dead heat between 5 and 12. And then number 4. 2-8, a dead heat between 5 and 12, and then number 4. Returning to the winner's enclosure is the son of Jalad. From a very good draw, and they went a cracker. Russian Sage is successful in the Daily News, has now won 6 of his starts. The impressive-looking son of Jalad.
We've just seen the running of the Daily News 2000. And what a great race. The favourite, Russian Sage, has won a cracking good race. And Richard, congratulations first of all. Pierre really made it a hot pace.
Yes, definitely. You know, the pace was on, but also Pierre was about 5 to 10 lengths clear. And luckily, Johnny Giroud is there for a cover. So also thank you to him. But yeah, going back to the race, the pace was always on. I was a bit worried. I thought I might have been a bit too close because of the pace. But when I came into the straight, he started accelerating quite well, and yeah, he won an exceptional race.
Yeah, he looks a very decent sort, doesn't he?
No, he's a machine. And then also thank you very much to all the connections involved in this horse, and special thank you to Mr. Snaith. You know, he's got a lot of confidence in me, and then also thank you to the whole team back at home.
All right, well done.
Thank you very much.
Let's have a chat with Mr. Snaith. Justin, congratulations, change of ownership. You've always said this is a very good horse, and he's proved it today.
Yes, you know, he's done so well at home. He looks magnificent. He's loving the whole Durban thing. You know, there's Jalids in the winter, they love it, yeah. You know, you think horses like Free My Heart and horses like that, you know, and it's so nice for the new owners. They put their money where, you know, it's a lot of money to put, you know, into a horse, and it's just well done to them for picking a horse like this, and a few days later winning a Group 1. It's a R1 million race, and you know, this horse's value, even as a colt goes, keeps going up and up. And really well done to Gary Barber, to Larry Nestat, to Team Valor. Well done, guys, and thank you to the previous owners, Field Spring Racing. Thank you, and well done on, you know, selling him, and well done to Richard, great ride, and to Highlands, Mike Sharkey, Mr. and Mrs. Beck, well done, and just really thanks to everyone. It's been a great stay here in Durban. To Gold Circle, thanks a lot. To the sponsors, Daily News, thanks very much.
No one else?
And I think that's about it. To my girlfriend, thanks for coming. Well done.
Excellent.
I might get into trouble.
JJ, you're representing the team, and new ownership now. Larry, of course, Mr. Gary Barber, and of Team Valor. A wonderful purchase, it seems.
Well, I think they put their money down, and you know, sometimes you wonder in rands, but the horse's obvious mission was this, in the Durban July, and then Dubai, and who knows from there, you know.
So we're going to probably only see him for one more run.
I would say, I'm not 100% sure of the program, but I would say that's probably the mission of the horse here.
A lot of fun down here today.
Unbelievable day. Well done to Gold Circle. Well done to Barry Irwin. He's a maestro. He can pick them. I don't know how he does it, but he's got an eye. And well done to Justin and the team. You know, when they put their money down at big prices, and he was quite calm in the ring, and he says there's still improvement to come from the horse. Well, you just got to hope and see where the horse goes.
Well done, JJ.
Fantastic, thanks.
Yeah, well done to the rest of the owners who couldn't be here. We'll be back in a few moments just to do the mementos and hear the speeches.